Hello everybody, it's Oscar from Heel Pictures here with, from what you could say, is the very first film review on the Heel Pictures YouTube channel. We've uploaded quite a lot of videos recently, one of them is including the marine commentary. Hope you've actually listened to that. Me and James had a blast doing it. Also me and Will did a podcast about our favourite films of the noughties. If you haven't seen that, there you go, it's on our channel. But I'm not here to promote that. I'm here, as I said, this is technically going to be the very first film review on the Heel Pictures YouTube channel, and it's a recent film that's still in the cinema right now. It's a film called The Place Beyond the Pines, directed by Cianfrance, I believe that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, sorry. But also starring Ryan Gosling, Eva Mendes, Bradley Cooper, Dane, DaHaan, Liotta, etc, etc. It's a pretty big cast involved in this, pretty big talents, well-known names, stuff like that. I don't know how to start this review, so I'm just going to start it by saying a very, very basic plot synopsis of this film. The film is basically about Luke Lanton, Ryan Gosling, who's a stunt motorcyclist. He gets told by an ex-lover of his, Eva Mendes, that he's got a kid. He's 1 year old. He's a baby boy, you know. Ryan Gosling didn't know about him, and to pay for his child, he resorts to robbing banks, where his paths cross with Avery Cross, Bradley Cooper, who's a policeman. And that's enough all I'm going to say about the plot of the film, because I think you should go in as blind as you can. I'd say that the first trailer is a perfect setup to the film. It doesn't give much away at all. I would say if you're going to watch anything, watch the trailer, the first trailer, and nothing else. Don't watch anything else. It's, you know, just watch the trailer. But anyway, my review. So yeah, as I said, I was going into this film like with pretty high expectations. I would say this was like in my top 5 most anticipated of the year, and it's because I was hearing big things about it coming from TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. You know, I was hearing Looper was fantastic, The Master was fantastic, and Place Beyond the Pines was fantastic. I love Looper and The Master, so I was obviously excited to see Place Beyond the Pines. And I was going into this film with pretty high expectations, as I said, and I walked out of this film blown away by this. Like, from what I've seen, I did not expect a single thing that was going to happen. As I said, the trailer was a perfect setup. This was a excellent film, in my opinion. It was nearly flawless. And I barely say that about too many films. This was a near perfect film, in my opinion. So let's get, I'll just like categorize it. Let's talk about the acting. Ryan Gosling in this film is fantastic, in my opinion. He's given one of his best performances ever, in my opinion. Most people are comparing his performance in this film to performance as the driver in Drive, just because he's a stunt motorcyclist in here, and he's quite a quiet, shy guy, but he can do some seriously bad stuff. And I think that's unfair. To compare it to Drive. He did really great in Drive, and I do admit there are some similarities into his character, but he's not as quiet and tame in Place Beyond the Pines as he's in Drive, but which to its own. Eva Mendes gives her best performance, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen this much of a raw emotion from her. From what I've always seen of her, she's always been the attractive female damsel, from what I have seen, or like just the attractive female role. But in this film, she plays such, you know, a believable young mother in this film. It's, you know, you forget it's Eva Mendes for a minute as well. She gives the best performance, in my opinion, in her career. Ray Liotta was fantastic in this film. He kind of scared me a bit. It was kind of like, oh, I don't know what he's going to do now type of thing. But I don't want to give too much away about his character, because what his character ends up being is fantastic. It's actually, you know, it's so hard to explain this film, because I want whoever goes in this film to go in as fresh-minded as possible. It's kind of like reviewing The Machinist. You don't want to say too much about it. Dane DaHaan, he's certainly a star. He's certainly a rising star. He's proven this with this film. He was fantastic in Chronicle, in my opinion. Most people didn't really like him too much, but I thought he was fantastic in that film. He's kind of playing the same character in this film as he was in Chronicle, but in this film it feels more real, obviously, because he doesn't have superpowers like he did in Chronicle. But this is just, he's just such a good actor. He is certainly a rising star, and he's going to go places, in my opinion. He's going to be the next Harry Osborn. He's going to be Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Looking forward to that. But I don't think he's going to top this performance in a long time. I don't think he's going to top this performance in a while. He gives such a great performance in this film, and I was so behind him, 100%. And I've said this to last, talking about acting wise. Bradley Cooper. Oh my gosh! Wow! I knew he was a good actor, but I didn't think he was this phenomenal. And I use that word, and I don't usually use the word phenomenal often, but wow, Bradley Cooper blew my mind with, you know, his performance in this film. Believe it or not, ever since Yes Man, I saw Bradley Cooper. I was like, yeah, I think he's gonna go. You know, he's gonna be one of the next big things. He was so funny in The Hangover. He was funny in Yes Man. He proves that he can be funny. Limitless, he showed that he can, you know, showed off his drama a bit, his drama skills there. You know, pretty good there. And then obviously Silver Linings Playbook came out, and you know, he showed that he can really act with Silver Linings Playbook. I mean, with an Oscar nomination. His performance in Place Beyond the Pines is miles better than Silver Linings Playbook. He deserves an Oscar nomination, in my opinion. He is, as I said, he was phenomenal. He was the best actor. He gave the best performance in the film, and considering the film had so many phenomenal performances. Wow, Bradley Cooper. Wow. You're going to go. He's going to go places. You're going to feel for Bradley Cooper. He's going to probably almost bring you to tears, because he almost brought me to tears in this film. Yeah, the acting is sensational in this film. The directing, Derek Cianfrance. I'm saying Cianfrance. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. Before this, he directed Blue Valentine, which also starred Ryan Gosling, and I did see Blue Valentine, and although it's not the most enjoyable experience that I've ever sat through, it's certainly an effective and powerful experience. It is a very depressing and draining film, Blue Valentine, not just because of the length, but because it's you feel like you've gone through so much, and not in the best way. But Blue Valentine is certainly a powerful film. Even though I wouldn't recommend it, I can certainly appreciate it for being such an effective story and such effective directing. And this film is so effective as well, but not in the depressing sense. I feel like I walked away with, I feel like I walked away gaining something with Place Beyond the Pines, not like Blue Valentine, where I walked away with thinking like, ooh, do I really want to get married? It's more or less like in Place Beyond the Pines, you walk away, I don't know what exactly I walked away with, but I walked away with something. and it was certainly an effective something. The writing in this film, it was so, as I said, it's powerful, it's effective. You just feel like you've been through a journey. I mean, with the 2 hours and 20 minutes, it's a long film, but it needs to be that long, and I'm so glad it is that long. You feel like you've been through something, but you feel like you've overcome whatever it is that it's trying to like drag you through. And as I said, the writing is so unpredictable. I could not predict a thing in this film. Everything I was thinking to myself, what's going to happen? I was never like, oh, this is going to happen. And if I was, the film just proved me wrong. I was like, yeah, this is going to happen. And then Derek Cianfrance was like, nope, it's not. It's doing it this way. And then you're like, whoa, okay. So we're going in this direction now, and not that direction. Oh, okay, so if we're going down that direction, that must mean that that's happening. And then Derek Cianfrance is like, nope, we're going this way. And like, oh, what? I don't know where we're going. Just take me. Just take me where you want to go, Derek Cianfrance. Just take me where you need to go, and I'm on the ride with you. It was such an unpredictable film, and that's why I say only watch the first trailer and nothing else. But yeah, such a fantastic directing and writing, amazing. And I'm going to get real in depth now. The cinematography. I would say the cinematography is up to par with Skyfall's cinematography, and Skyfall is one of the best cinematography I've ever seen. The motorcycle chase scenes are fantastic. They feel real. They don't feel Hollywoodized. They just feel so like you're in the moment, and that you're on that ride with Luke Lanton, and then you're on that ride with Avery Cross. It's like the cinematography is just so engaging. And I mean, from the opening scene, there's just this continuation shot, which hooks you then on. The opening shot of the film, if you have any doubts of will I get into the film, the opening shot will pull you in and it will keep you there for the whole 2 hour 20 minutes. And you're in for the ride, and it's worth that ride. And just, as I said, the cinematography is fantastic. There are so many shots that have stuck in my mind, and I saw this film just a little under a week ago, and it's still in my mind. It's like the cinematography, I said, it just keeps you engaged. Just constantly, you're in the ride, and it looks gorgeous, this film. It looks fantastic. And it's kind of like the anti-Moonrise Kingdom, if that makes any sense, as in there are certain colours that just pop out, like the browns and the greens and the yellows, but they don't look clean, if that makes any sense. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, the colours just pop out in the best way. And the score, the music, it goes from heart pumping to calm to chilling to heart pumping again. The score is just so amazing by Mike Patton. It's just such a fantastic score. If the opening shot doesn't get you engaged, the music will. You will be engaged either by the cinematography or the score. One of the two. You will be engaged from then on. It's such a mesmerizing score as well. I have listened to the song Snow Angel in this song ever since hearing it. It's a fantastic song. Google it, YouTube it. It's worth it. Yeah, honestly, this film is a near flawless film. I cannot think of anything bad to say about it. I would give, the only minor complaint I would say is that towards the end it's not as strong as the other 2/3, but the last third is still a very good part of the film. And honestly, just because of that, I have to knock a 0.5 off it. But overall, I'll give The Place Beyond the Pines a 9.5 out of 10. It's a near flawless film. I can't think of anything awful to say about this film. I can't think of anything negative to say about this film. Such a great film. I would say just see it. If you're an ambitious actor, director, writer, cinematographer, composer, anything involved in the film industry, if you want to be a part of that, you need to see Place Beyond the Pines. It's near enough a must-need. You can't go through your life without not seeing Place Beyond the Pines. It's a thrill ride that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and even in some of the non-action type scenes, you will still be engaged in the dialogue. It's that good. And another thing I'll say, if you don't watch reviews of this film before you see it. I mean, all I did was just watch one trailer, just watch one single trailer, and that's it. I also watched one review that came out in TIFF. Well, when it came out in TIFF, the review was given, no spoilers though. The guy who did the review gave it, did the film justice. But I would say don't watch Richard Roper's review until you've seen The Place Beyond the Pines, because he gives away one tiny little spoiler, just a tiny bit. But that one thing just made my jaw hit the floor. There's so many jaw-dropping moments in the film. Just don't go in this film. Just don't watch anything except the one trailer if you want, or even just don't watch anything. Just go in the film completely blind and just go see this film. Seek it out. If it's not in the cinema near you, seek it out. It's worth the journey to just go and see this film. As I said, it's a near flawless film. It's easily my favourite film of the year, and I don't think it's gonna get beaten anytime soon. So yeah, wow. So yeah, that's the first ever film review to be put on the Heel Pictures YouTube channel. And leave a comment below or on the Facebook page to let us know like what you thought about it. Tell me what you thought about Place Beyond the Pines. What did you think of it? I might actually do a spoiler film review like later on when people have seen it, you know, because I really want to get in depth with the film sometime. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Links in the description below for Facebook and Twitter, stuff like that. Subscribe, and thanks everyone. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.